T.S. Walker.
Very cool, very cool. I think I can speak on behalf of the orchestra when I say that it's just so incredible to see everybody's smiles here all together outside. Why is this different than what we've seen over the past year? But yes, my name is Gregory T.S. Walker, and I am the composer of the next piece we're going to hear, which is called Dream in the Hood. And you may have noticed that it's a piece of music that's for rapper and orchestra. And hopefully by now you're aware that of all of the organizations in the state, where else could you turn for repertoire like this, other than the Boulder Symphony? They've been guilty time and time again of this innovation. Really, you can look all around the country and only find a handful of full symphony orchestras that are so committed to new music, integrated with all the oldies but goodies. And a lot of times when you see that, it's new music that's just celebrating the most interesting, novel thoughts and musical creativity, but it's also tied into just the idea of stuff that is newly relevant, things that speak to us that are part of our lives at this point in time. And I would say that with this piece we're about to hear, that we've got a pretty specific candidate for that. Some of you may be wondering, how does one even arrive at writing a piece of music for a rapper and orchestra? And from my point of view, that's actually not the most interesting thing, because I actually wrote this some time ago in 1993, but originally when I wrote it, it was premiered by the Colorado Symphony, and there was a big committee meeting well beforehand to figure out how the whole orchestra might be able to celebrate the Martin Luther King holiday. And we decided, when I was asked my opinion, I said, why don't I just write you a rap symphony? And that was appropriate then. Since then, nowadays you can go to the new Museum of African American Music in Nashville, where the score for this is housed. But it's pretty groovy. But what's more profound to me, and what I think reflects the vision of Maestro Hughes and his merry band, is that it's not Martin Luther King anymore. You know, it's not the holiday that we're celebrating. Here we are, Independence Day. And the possibility that after all the time we've certainly enjoyed celebrating what our country emerged from, that now perhaps, especially after the past year or so, we can grasp an expanded definition of what independence is about, what liberty is about, what it is to share that, what it is to share that empowerment with people who look like us, people who don't look like us, and just realize that we are all elevated through that. I'm not very good at these things. I am just a musician, but certainly this was a message that Dr. Martin Luther King had back in the day. He was somebody who really was kind of representative of the church and spoke in a way that really moved believers all over the country and the world. Nowadays, I would say, we see some of the possibility for the same communication and impact in another type of, we could say, performer. There are certain hip-hop artists, not many around the world, who've taken it upon themselves to reach people not only through their spirituality, but through their happy feet, through their movement, through the sense of a shared groove, and have done this consistently with their output. Now, right now, I'm thinking about a gentleman who is near and dear to my heart. I've known him through many years as Grayson Walker, my son. The moment the guy headed off to college, he embarked upon a surreptitious hip-hop career. The man's released 5 albums. He's got 100,000 streams all over the world. He's just like emerged from nowhere. But the way he's done it is to really emphasize this kind of message in his own work. And he's been a good influence on me. What you're going to hear in this performance is a lot of the text that I came up with all those years ago, as well as some of my son's latest and greatest innovations that I think you'll find are probably substantial improvements towards the end. It's my great pleasure to welcome Grayson Walker, AKA the light-skinned legend.
But as black people around the world know, it is one thing to be born and quite another to survive. It's legendary. Once upon a dream of a King Martin Luther. We all be family, we loved each other. But it's like the little sister, you don't notice till you miss her. This a one too many times and she could be gone forever. Sat at the front of the bus. She'd have let the driver know we could be proud to be us. Showed that still was a reward for the just. Plus, showed us folks of every color we could trust. Yeah, trust your heart, but don't ever forget your mind. Cause in the heat of the moment is when the violence is survive. You gotta think peace, you gotta feel kind. So we sign the sign, we're gonna walk the line. Dream is patient, she is true. Told us if we want to learn, we gotta go to the same school. She knows why we can't wait, she knows just what to do. She gives the tired and hungry a bit of soul food. Now she grew strong, well, long march came in every little church where the choir was singing. We don't really know the future, but we know one thing. All you need is one will and let freedom ring. Just lose, dream, it. Just lose, dream, it. But just lose. See that it belongs to anyone when they do believe. If you don't understand, think of it as a sheep who wants to join hands with every race, color, and creed. Chaos of community. King said, I give you the vision so you can use it instead. But some people so blind they want one color, red. So they fell in with a legacy of fatal lead. Grayson the king, now the dream was on her own. Brothers started riots, now they want to loot her soul. She don't want to hide while her cover's been blown. Who is gonna show? Throw her in from the cold. She's knocking on the door, you got your hands over your ears. Falling in the forest, but there's nobody to hear. Now ain't your conscience just a little bit weird? Clear as a bell, but let the trumpet and see it. Trumpet and conscience. Trumpet, the conscience, the trumpet, the conscience, the trumpet, the conscience, conscience, trumpet. Trumpet, the trumpet, the trumpet, conscience. Independence Day, but for some we still ain't free. White privilege diminishes and nothing you can see. The black experience has been a little different, I mean, hearing nothing. Our police open up in here. Officer, I did nothing wrong to breathe the air, but the police used to be the slave catchers, I'm aware. We should overcome pride.